Let me tell you, to do this manually, at least you need 2 to 3 minutes. But in this, you can get this done in just 5 seconds. Auto review. See, automatically I'm not clicking anything, but it is showing every step one after the other on its own, and it will stop after showing the final answer. Get the answer. 1250 is the selling price when the CP is 1000 and the profit percentage on selling price is 20%. That's how easy it is. See, 3 is blinking now. That means that it can be edited. That's the square root of cube root of 125. That's the trick 1. Okay guys, that is 38% of 962. In this way, you can calculate any percentage in much easier and faster way. I really believe that ಇಡೀ YouTube ದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟು detailed video calculated tricks ದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. Hey guys, I welcome you all to PUC Made Easy YouTube channel, Learning the Smarter Way. In this particular video, I'm gonna uncover the best, mesmerizing and mind-blowing calculator tricks that you have not seen before, and I really bet on that. So without any further ado, let's begin the video. So yes guys, first and foremost is buying a calculator, and I would suggest you to buy Casio MJ12D calculator. This is really amazing. It has all the required and add-on features as well, and the durability is also amazing. So I suggest you to buy this particular calculator. Make sure that it has another version with added on GST features. So don't buy that. That might be a problem for you in the exam. Important things is that first you should be knowing all the usage of these buttons which are there on the calculator. That is one. And the second thing is that you must be knowing all the tricks which we can play with all these buttons to reduce our calculating time. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take you through all these things simultaneously, with which at the end of the video you'll also be knowing all the usage of these buttons as well as the strategies and the tricks which we can play with it. Okay, so the first thing is numbers and common signs. See guys, you must be knowing all these numbers, right? So obviously there is no point of explaining about this, as well as you also know about these buttons, that is multiplication and basic things. So let's discuss about square root. This particular symbol, you might be knowing this as well, just in case if anyone doesn't know that. For example, if I want to take the root of 9, what should I do? Press 9 and square it, I get 3. In the same way, if I want 25 square root, that's how I get the root. So guys, here comes the trick number 1, which is of cube root. We just saw that how to calculate square root, but let's see how that can be done in an amazing trick for cube root. I have taken an example of 125. If we want the cube root of 125, then we have to follow 5 easy steps. It might seem to be difficult to memorize this in first, but once you do it twice or thrice, you will be used to it. Let's do it. So first we'll write 125, and now you should press square root button 12 times. Let me do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then subtract 1 minus 1 is equal to, then divide by 3, again adding 1. Now be very careful, we have to press into and is equal to 12 times. Let me do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can see that 5. That's what you have to ignore the decimals out there, and you have to consider only the number. 5 is the square root of cube root of 125. That's the trick 1. Okay guys, let's talk about percentage now. So the traditional method, what if I want to find 10% of 1000? So the basic thing is 10, then divide that by 100, and then multiplied by the given number, and then you get x percentage of that particular number. But you can do that in a much easier way without doing all this stuff. For example, I've taken a little bit complex kind of number, 38% of 962. So how will you do that in calculator? Simply write 962 multiplied by, make sure you use multiplication, into 38%. That's the use of this percentage. Voila, you get the 365.56. That is 38% of 962. In this way, you can calculate any percentage in much easier and faster way. Let's see to the use case of these two symbols which are over here respectively. First, this, which is plus or minus. For example, if I have in some sort of calculation, I have arrived at this particular stage wherein I have minus 3, and furthermore I wanted to add to some number something for which I wanted it in a addition in plus 3. So what I have to basically do is I've just click this. The minus 3 gets converted into plus 3. If I want that plus 3 to get converted into minus, it's just clicking that again. So basically this particular button function changes the plus sign to minus and vice versa. Talking about this particular symbol button, this is nothing but cancelling a digit. For example, if I wanted to write 1000, instead of this I wrote 10,000. So there is no need of cancelling everything and typing again 1000. With this you can just reduce a number. One digit gets reduced from right hand side. You can see. So that was the use case of these two functions. So this particular thing is also a trick and use case. Use case of two functions, two keys. See, the both are correct keys. C stands for correct, and this is the full form. This particular is this one. C, which is in pink, and this particular one is correct option here. I'll tell you the use case of both. So let's take an example. I'm adding 500, 600 plus 345, which gives a sum of 1445. So I do this 500 plus 600, but in this particular thing, instead of 345, what I do is I type 354. This is the common mistake which generally happens, right? So in this particular case, see, I'm yet to press is equal to button. I'm still in adding procedure. So in this particular case, I should use this particular function, that is only C. So what does it basically does is, when I press C, this 354 which was there, it just vanishes, but 500 and 600 is still there. So what I do is, what I'll just do is, I'll write the correct number. Instead of 354, I write 345 and I press equal to, I get my sum 1445. So this can be used before pressing equal to. Guys, continue with the same example. So what if I have pressed equal to, because generally in a hurry we do tend to press equal to, right? So I'll be telling you how to use this particular function in that case. I'll just write that again, 500 plus 600, and instead of 345 I'm gonna type 354 is equal to. Now the sum is 1454, which is wrong. So in this case I should use this arrow marks and reach that particular number wherein I've made the mistake. So I'll reach 500 was correct, 600 was correct, and 354. This is to be corrected to 345. So in this particular position, I should click correct. See, you are getting CRT here. That means the correct is activated. And then again, press any of these two keys. I'll just press this. See, 3 is blinking now. That means that it can be edited. But I don't want to edit 3 because it's correct. I'll just press this again. Now 4 is blinking, which is to be corrected. In my case, it has to be corrected by 5. So I'll just click 5. See, it got changed. Now it's again blinking. I'll just click this again. Now the middle number is blinking, which is to be corrected to 4. See, 3, 4, 5, this is my correct number. So what I just do is, I'll click correct button again. See, this is corrected and the correct option here is deactivated. When I press equal to now, halas, you get the correct answer, 1445. Isn't this amazing? If yes, just drop down a comment as yes in this particular timestamp. Let's talk about the GT function, which is over here. So I'll take an example of this particular sum. If I'm doing this multiplication of 3 and I want the sum of those output, that is 2 3s are this, 5 2s are this, 8 6 are this. First I'll write these and then I add these three numbers, 6 plus 10 plus 48. Then I get 64. Instead of doing the last step, I can skip that actually. Now how is that done? I'll just show you. So first number is 2. I'll just clear this. Yeah, 2 into 3 is equal to 6, and then I just go on continuing with the other sums, 5 into 2 and 8 into 6. So I've completed these 3 calculations and I want the output of these 3. Instead of typing 10 plus 6 again, I just click GT. Khalas, you get 64. That's the use case of GT, that is grand total. Now guys, let me tell you what is the MU function over here. So the full form of MU is markup and GT was grand total. Okay? So MU markup function is generally used to calculate things like cost price and selling price. These kind of sums can be calculated to this. For example, I've taken a question over here. The cost price of an item is 1000 rupees and the profit percentage is 20%. One thing which is to be noted here is this profit is not on cash price. The profit is on selling price. If at all, if the profit was on cash price, it will be very simple. 1000 ka 20% is 200 and the selling price is 1200. But that's not the case. They are asking selling price, being said that the profit of 20% is on selling price, not on cost price. So the traditional method of solving this question is taking X or considering 100 and all that stuff. But we aren't doing that. There is a very simple method. But in the calculator, we'll do it in a very simple method. See, first type 1000, markup, and then percentage 20%. Khalas, I get the answer. 1250 is the selling price when the CP is 1000 and the profit percentage on selling price is 20%. That's how easy it is. Okay guys, let's discuss about the memory function now. Let me tell you, this is my favorite trick function. These 3 buttons here are called as memory functions. Let me elaborate. MRC stands for 2 particular things. One is MR, other is MC. MR is memory recall. MC is memory clear, not the one which you are thinking. And M minus is memory subtraction. M plus is memory addition. So consider memory to be a empty vessel. If I'm adding 5, if I'm typing 5, I'm clicking M plus, that is memory addition. So in that empty vessel, 5 is being added. And if I write 3 and M minus, then 3 is subtracted from the memory. And when I click MR, that is memory recall, it gets me the answer 2. That's how it works. Now I'll tell you a proper use case. Let's see this particular question wherein we have multiplication, addition, subtraction, division, everything. So to solve this at once, it is never possible manually. Like what you should do, 6 into 3, 18, right there, 5 into 2, 10, right there. All the addition, once you add that, then add all the things should be subtracted, then subtract the sum of minus from the sum of addition, then you get the answer. That's a obviously hectic one. So with this memory function, everything gets into clicks. Okay, so I'll just show you. 6 into, I'll just clear first everything, and memory clear. How do you do that? Clicking twice, you will clear the memory. Okay, 6 into 3, 18. I want this to be added in the memory. So m plus, you can see m coming over here. Now I want 5 into 2, 5 into 2, and this is also to be added. So memory plus m plus. Hope you are following me. Then 6 divided by 5. 6 divided by 5. The answer 1.2 is to be subtracted. So m minus. I should click m minus. And then 6 minus 3 again. 6 minus 3. That is to be again subtracted. So m minus. Then 2 plus 1. 3. This is to be added in the memory. Lastly, 3 divided by 1 is 3. This is to be subtracted from the memory. So guys, all the sums, additions is done. I want the answer now. So that for that I'll click MR. That is once. Clicking once is MR. Clicking twice is MC. I get my answer 23.8 at one stretch. Let me tell you, to do this manually, at least you need 2 to 3 minutes. But in this, you can get this done in just 5 seconds. This amazing function. Literally, this is my favorite one. And with this itself, I'll just show you other 2 functions, which is this one. These are the arrows to check the steps. For example, if I have to verify whether I have just typed the correct digits or not, I'll use this. See, 6 into 3. You can see into over here. That's 18. Then 5 into 2, 10. 6 divided by 5, 6 minus 3. So this can be used to check whether I have put in the correct digits or not. And then finally I get my answer. So these arrows are used to check. And auto review is something similar. But this is literally even amazing. This just blew my mind like anything. If you click auto review, it will automatically show you all the steps. That is so amazing. I'll just show you. Auto review. See, automatically I'm not clicking anything, but it is showing every step one after the other on its own. And it will stop after showing the final answer. This is literally like a slideshow. So do this 3 divided by 1. I think so. Yeah, now we're gonna get the answer soon. 1, 3, and 23.8. Did you see this? This is such an amazing auto review. If you just click this, it automatically goes on to step by step, with which you can easily check without clicking this again and again. So guys, this was all the tricks and tips of all these functions. The only one remaining is display, which I'll be showing you next. So guys, I'll just tell you the use case of this one last button which we have left out with. Okay, so I'll just type 1 lakh. See, this is as per the Indian system of commerce. You can see 3 after 3 digits and after 2 digits. I hope that's visible. No worries. If required, I'll zoom that out. Okay, if I click this again, this gets shifted to above. You can just see this, right? Above, below. And if I want the international system, like in millions, so what I have to basically do is that click display for a few seconds. You know, I get this kind of UI. Now I can, with these steps, I can just change this. See this, I'll just zoom a little. Yeah, I hope you can see this better now. Now, if I click these steps, this is getting changed. You can just see this points, and now these are the million setup. So, if I want this to set this particular comma style, I have to click display twice. This is set now. So if I write 1 lakh now, you can see this. The comma style has changed, and when you click display again, it goes on the top. So this is the usage of display, and this is all the functions which we just dealt today. I hope so I've covered everything. Literally I've covered all these tools, all these functions and amazing tricks we discussed today. Isn't that amazing, guys? Do drop your views in the comment box. I believe that I provided some sort of real value to you in the past few minutes now, and I really believe that idi YouTube dalli ishtu detailed video calculated tricks dalli ilve illa. You know, I really hope that this video really helped you in a lot of parameters. So yeah, the comment box is open, and do let me know how to increase the quality of our videos and what next you want, anything regarding the quarterly or languages. I would be happy enough to help you regarding that. So yeah, as always, I said Saad signing off. Tata, bye bye.